The strike actually started on the 27th of September 2011. It was started first by the prisoners from the PFLP political party. Around 200, between 200 and 300 people were starting the strike in the first day. Later on, they were joined by other members of the PFLP. So currently we can say that around 400 people from the PFLP and other political parties, but individual, who joined fully the hunger strike. And there's other steps were taken by the prisoners in the other prisons by supporting this open hunger strike with 3 days a week that they are getting in strike, Wednesday, Thursday and Saturday. And it was supposed that yesterday all the prisons will decide when to enter in the open hunger strike. So yesterday already prison Gilboa and prison Rimon and people in Ohalekidar and in other prisons were entering the hunger strike. And today, of course, after all the new political situation and the deal, it may change, and we don't know, we are not sure yet if the strike would continue and how it would continue, or the prisoners would decide today to stop all the steps that they were entering in. Of course, the hunger strike came after a long period of negotiation internally between the different political parties, discussing the deterioration in their situation in the especially in the last year, because after the failure in the deal of the exchange at the beginning of 2011, the Israeli authority started to declare that they are going to punish the Palestinian prisoners by making their conditions worse, because they think that they were living in 5-star hotels, which is not true, of course, and they were always suffering from different violations and ill treatment and on their basic rights. So the most important issue in this hunger strike is the isolation issue, because Israel is using the policy of the isolation against the Palestinian prisoners. Beside the sentence or the harsh sentences that they face in the courts, they also isolate them totally, or isolate them every 2 people in one cell. And some of them, they don't visit families for more than 3 years or 4 years, beside the isolation as well. So this was the first demand that the prisoners were asking, to stop this policy of isolation. And some of the other demands were concerning education, contact with the outside world, like family visits and entering books and newsletters and educational information and tools, and of course the health conditions and the general conditions in the prisons, that they are so bad. And as I said, Israel is taking every chance in order to make their life more hard, and lately they were attacking their sections every night, almost doing searches. This is what caused for the strike. So as I said before, now we don't know how it will be ended, whether the prisoners would continue in the strike, although the Israelis were declaring that the deal will happen in a few days. And it may, of course, we are expecting that it will affect the hunger strike in the way that the Israeli authority now wouldn't be so ambitious to end this strike and to go with a negotiation with the prisoners and to improve their conditions. Now they know that everyone would be worrying about the deal and if his name is included or not, and that the circumstances would be different. So hopefully that they will try to end it with some of the demands that they were going for the hunger strike in order to succeed to get them. Actually, the timing of this deal is so like it came in sudden, and really it's hard to understand why now, especially when knowing a little bit about the compromises that Hamas did, and thinking this issue wasn't about to be solved a few months ago or at the beginning of the year. Why now, when we all know that Israel is so angry with the Palestinian Authority and their step in the UN level and the demand for a state, and so we have a feeling that it's all about politics, and this was a political decision that the Israelis, in order to go out from the isolation and from the bad political situation they entered to in the last couple of months, especially in September, because of the issue in the UN about the Palestinian state. So this is why Israel was pushing to have this deal now. And of course, we think it's related to the strike, because could be an easier way for Israel to deal with the strike and to stop it by bringing now the deal. The Israelis would know that the prisoners now maybe they will decide to stop the strike and wait for the deal. So I think, the timing of this deal is a little bit problematic from the point of the prisoners, when we're thinking about the way how the strike were gathering momentum in the last 2 weeks, how we were very hopeful that this time we will succeed to bring the question of the political prisoners to the General Assembly to be taken to the ICJ, the International Court of Justice, in order to decide about the legal status of these political prisoners. Are they prisoners of war? Are they prisoners according to the 4th Geneva Convention? And of course, this question, this legal question, would be related as well to their release, to the way, the responsibilities of Israel, when and how and where to release these prisoners. So this is why I think it was in favor of the Israelis, the timing of this deal, that it may also delay this question, this movement toward the international level on the issue of the prisoners.
What about the details of the deal?
As we get from the Israeli news and the Arab news that they're going to release 1,027 prisoners. It will include all the female prisoners and all the children, but it's not clear whether Israel will include all the children under 18 or not, because this is a serious question, since Israel just till last week they were considering the Palestinian prisoners till age 16. The change in the military order was just happening last week, not a long time ago, and they would include old people, people who spent a long period in prison. They said that it will include around 315 prisoners that they were sentenced for more, one life sentence or more, and it will include some prisoners from East Jerusalem and from 48, which is good that this is the first time that Israel agrees to release, include such categories in the deals. But from the other side, Israel will decide about the release of 550 people. And we are sure from our experience in the past that these people would be very, like people that they are not involved in any serious cases. Some of them, they might be about to be released in a few weeks or in a few months, like that they almost finished their sentences. And
what about the rest, the other 500, around 500?
The 450, yeah, this is according to the Hamas list that they were insisting. And they were declaring also in the news that in the past Hamas was bringing around 60 names of very hard cases. The Israelis were claiming that they are the very high classified dangerous people from all different political parties, and now they are saying that they are going to release just 15 out of this list, and this is why it's not including people like Marwan al-Barghouthi, Ahmed Saadat, Abdullah al-Barghouthi, he's from Hamas, and Abbas al-Sayyid, and others that at the beginning all these 5 years were saying that they would be included in the list. This is of course according to the Israelis. Nothing is sure till now, it's just what was published in the media.
And they are talking about the deportation also.
Yeah, of course, 200 of these people would be deported out of the occupied territories, which it means out of Gaza as well and out of the West Bank. They could be sent to countries like Turkey, Syria, which is also a bad sign, because I think accepting this condition of the Israelis for deportation, would be problematic in any new release of prisoners, whether through negotiations or in different ways. It may open a door for the Israelis to start to negotiate individually with the prisoners in the prisons, that if you wish to be released, you could be deported. If you agree, we will deport you and you would be released. So this is a bad thing in the deal as well.